Hello everyone, welcome to the Football9 Show. We are back. Finally, right? Yep. After so many months, and we are excited because we are having an extravagant season.
True.
Aren't we? Like,
We'll get to that.
it's funny because the last time we did the show, Man City were in a different position. But right now, things are looking a bit shaky.
Oh my God, straight to Manchester City. Wow.
Yeah,
What
why
a way to
not?
start the
Why not?
year for me.
With the soon to be not defending champions.
Yeah.
Big words, big words. So, I think we have already started the discussion. So, let's go along.
Start with the banter, I feel.
Yeah, I guess that's what we do, isn't it?
Less than a minute into the show.
Welcome back, guys. So, Man City, halfway through the season, what do you think, Upmanyu?
Oh well. Okay. So it was
Very interesting times, huh?
since November. I'm having this bad dream that
Okay.
City has they just keep going down.
No,
somehow.
that's not a dream. That's the reality.
I'm sure it is a dream because oh my God, how can it be this drastic? I just can't even imagine them going from first to eighth in such a.
It's
less
okay.
amount of time.
It's nothing new for City, you know.
I remember
It's
something.
just new for the oil in City.
I remember something when we used to do our previous episodes. You talked about how Man City will do once Guardiola leaves.
Yeah. We didn't
How
have
do-
to wait for that.
Exactly right. So I want to come to you, Faz. Like, what about that? Pep is still there, but they're still struggling. This is something surprising for all of us, I guess, for every fan.
For Pep as well, I feel.
I mean,
Yeah,
what
it
went
is.
wrong,
So,
according to you?
Couple of things, of course. Rodri's injuries has to be there. Like it's not like things aren't just going wrong with City's season; they're also going wrong with Pep's personal life. So
Coming to that. We will come to that.
Rodri's injury definitely played a big part. You can see a clear difference. City are extremely open when Rodri is not playing. They don't have anyone in that mold who can replace him. So that plays a big part. Plus, I also feel that it's got to do with burnout.
Okay. Huh?
I think Pep has reinvented himself so many times in the league itself, not just his career outside of England. But I feel he's at a crossroads in life where I don't think there is a lot of reinvention that he can do. Teams are starting to figure him out. Teams are starting to figure City out. So you see, even the not so big teams, they're also at least competing with City for a point, if not winning. So I feel like Klopp left at the right time. Klopp did it. He won everything with Liverpool. He left it. Pep, I think, stayed a season longer. He should have quit with Klopp. It would have been a nice way to end their rivalry as well. It would have been a good send-off on a high note. But now that he's signed on for another season or two, let's see what's going to happen there. But right now, it just seems that Pep has run his time at City in terms of what he can do.
Honestly, now that you've mentioned it, I have a question for you. Is it, does he need to leave to save his legacy or Manchester City? That's the question.
True, but
Yeah.
I think at this time it's intertwined, right? Like, of course, Pep's legacy at City is unparalleled, and even if he gets City relegated, it's not going to affect him.
Yeah,
But it's going to affect fans.
of course.
It's going to affect the players. It's going to affect City as a club. They're so focused on building themselves as a brand,
Exactly.
right? So it's going to affect all of that. And the kind of run that City went through in November and December, that really hurt City's image. So for that, I think Pep should leave. But, you know, Pep's done it so many times. He can reinvent himself once again, and, you know, I'll look like an idiot.
I agree to you. I agree to whatever you guys said. But it was just not Rodri. He had faced recurring injury problems in his team, right? And the thing is that the squad, I don't think they have quite a good depth that they used to have, right?
Exactly.
Rodri's injury, the reason why Rodri's injury was so prevalent, it's because he had no backup.
Exactly.
Right? Calvin Phillips was supposed to be one, but like, he would forgotten about him, right? There is a City player.
I literally hate that
You
player.
can't.
Because
So it's like, the other thing that hurt City is, you know, Pep has always been someone that if a player wants to leave, he's not going to stand in his way,
yeah.
right? did it with Palmer, he's doing it with Walker right now, did it with Sane, Cancelo, right? A lot of these players. He let them leave, but he did not replace them properly.
Yeah.
So that's where City lost in this time as well, right? A lot of these players that were let go and not replaced properly, that's what caught up with City in this.
Do you think it's overconfidence, as people say it?
I don't know, you can
Taking
call it-
Premier League for granted?
I think so.
Taking Premier League for granted?
So I think when the season was starting, Pep said something like this, something along these lines in an interview, that he's already won it so many times. He said something along the lines of that he's gotten bored of winning the Premier League or something like that. So that I agree. They did take it this season heading into what could have been their 5th consecutive title.
Yeah.
They did probably take that for granted. Pep at least.
Now, coming to Liverpool,
Yeah.
the team who is standing in Man City's place, as we call it right now, right? Slot. I did hype Slot. I believed in him, and look at Liverpool.
He slotted perfectly.
He slotted perfectly. I like that.
Honestly, me and Faiz were wrong about him.
Yeah.
The first,
I think everyone was wrong
Yeah,
about it.
true.
Because we never thought that he's gonna have such a good start.
I don't think Slot they thought he was going to have this sort of a
Exactly.
season.
And it's not even about the set of players that Jurgen Klopp has left behind for him.
Yeah.
Because Mohamed Salah, he's 32 and he's literally the best player in the world right
I
now.
swear, yeah.
And I don't think I'm gonna say this for any other 32-year-old ever again.
Yeah,
In the past,
probably.
maybe, yeah.
Yeah, of
Certain
course we
someone-
did.
certain
for-
someone, yeah.
two certain
Yeah,
someones.
two certain someone. But
Yeah, the
again,
Real Madrid fan was fuming over there.
oh, yeah. I had to calm him down. That's fine. But again,
Yeah, calma,
Mohamed Salah.
calma.
But again, Mohamed Salah, what a player!
Yeah, 18
Amazing. I mean,
18 goals, 13 assists.
yeah,
He's matched his tally from last season.
Exactly.
He's already matched.
already.
And
yeah,
if you
exactly.
compare this season to last season, Salah was criticized because it was not working out for him.
Yeah.
Like Slot came in, he put in him like in a creative position, he gave him freedom
Yeah.
in the middle, right? You can see Salah moving up and down. You can see him moving left and right.
And like,
And he's enjoying it.
He's enjoying it. That
He's enjoying it.
you can see how happy he is. Of course, you're going to be happy when you score a goal, but it seems genuine. Like Salah is enjoying his time playing in the league.
This is my field.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
if you need an example,
Yeah.
It's like that.
yeah, if you need
मैं
an
यहाँ का
example
जयकांत
from
छिक रहे.
that- Exactly. Now, if you're playing, if you actually analyze his game,
Yeah.
he's literally going back and he's
Yeah.
fulfilling his defensive duties.
True.
That is a big thing for a winger. I personally feel that.
And it's not just Salah. The whole team is enjoying on the field.
exactly.
They're laughing, they're playing, they know what they're capable of at this moment. I think it was missing in Klopp's last season.
Probably, yeah.
And Slot has reignited them in that manner, right? Even if you talk about Van Dijk, you talk about new signing, Gravenberch.
Yeah.
What like
What a player.
he failed.
Wow.
He was failing in his previous club, right? He came
He
in
was failing at Liverpool last season as well.
exactly, and suddenly he has become a very important player in that club.
But do you think now that we're saying that everyone's playing this way, they're the champions elect, they probably will win the league. But do you think they're enjoying this is because they think that this is the last time this particular group of players will win the league?
That is a very good question because
With Salah is exactly, so is Trent.
so is Trent,
The future of Van Dijk is also up in the air.
For the fans.
even Nunes in a way.
Even Nunes in a way. But at least Salah, Van Dijk and Trent. Like when you think of... Yeah, exactly. When you think of Liverpool, modern day Liverpool, you think of these three players. Like they're the essence of Liverpool that Klopp built. And with this, like the future of this core group up in the air, and they might be, on their way out. Do you think that plays into it?
I think so, at least for Salah.
Yeah. He said it in an interview as well, right?
Because he's doing his best at this moment because he wants to leave Premier League Europe on a high note because he's expected to join Saudi Arabia.
Probably, yeah. He might.
So it's very interesting to see what happens. Can
honestly-
Liverpool do it or will they bottle?
I honestly don't want him to join a Saudi league because he can easily be a starter for any other Serie A, La Liga club.
But then
Any other top club.
he had said that he won't play in a competition that gets him against Liverpool.
yeah.
Correct.
And I feel, given Salah's age, of course, he's doing everything. But given the amount of salary that he will command, big clubs
And
won't go for
influence too.
big clubs won't go for him because they know they're not gonna get more than like 3-4 years out of him at max.
And it's my opinion. It's just my opinion. But I feel like how Ronaldo is to Al Nassr, he can be that guy to Al Hilal or Al Ittihad, anyone.
Anywhere they want.
Right. And I think having Salah in that position, like I mean, he's at his peak right now. Like he has what 3-4 seasons max,
Especially if he's in Saudi, he has probably many more then.
probably.
Yeah.
But then, to be honest, at that age, that's a very understandable option. To be honest.
Now just imagine Mohamed Salah lifting the Ballon d'Or. Because there is
That is a possibility.
High possibility.
If Liverpool clinch
Liverpool
Champions League as well, I see it happening.
Although I feel if Salah continues his form and he only wins the Premier League, he still has a pretty big shout because those numbers are crazy.
Crazy. Amazing.
But we've spoken about him. Let's come to one person who's linked with your club, Trent.
Oh, I would love him. See, like if we talk about Trent, I think he's trying to move away too much. You know, he's not interested in playing for Liverpool in some matches because you can see like in previous seasons, I have seen Trent play with 100% every match, consistency. The lack of consistency this season talks about how he wants to move away. He wants that Real Madrid experience, which you don't get anywhere else. Right.
Bribing referees and I don't know.
Good one. I love
Real Madrid experience. I mean, if you get that opportunity.
Being booed by your own fans and, that kind
I
of
mean, we already know why Trent is going there because, I mean, you have spent a good amount of time with Liverpool.
Why did I say?
Right? And again,
Trent's just a Beatles fan. He just wants to listen to Hey Jude.
Okay, but on a serious note, I feel he's being absolutely important in Liverpool's last few seasons, right? Even in this season, to be honest, it was just 1 or 2 bad performances that got him criticized, but he has been integral part of that team. But once he leaves, if he leaves, how do you replace someone like Trent, a player of that caliber?
I don't think Liverpool will have that much of a problem of replacing Trent since they have Conor Bradley there.
Okay,
He's
that's an
killing
amazing
it.
player.
Like especially in the game against Madrid itself in the UCL, Bradley was amazing. So I don't think they're gonna have a problem in replacing Trent as a player. Trent,
Youth product, right?
Bradley as well.
That's what, as a locker room leader.
As a locker room, that will be a problem. But I think more than that, I was pretty certain that Trent will leave to Madrid, join Madrid. Sometimes I feel he might just stay back.
Yeah, even I feel that.
Because
as a Real Madrid fan, I do feel that.
because you see, he's idolized Gerrard growing up.
Yeah.
Gerrard's a legend. He's yet to captain the club. The club he's like the area he's from. He's a Liverpool boy through and through. All of things are still there. And if say Liverpool do end up winning the league and the Champions League, they're the best club in the world.
Yeah.
Where else will you go?
honestly, if Trent leaves Liverpool, it is going to be a big heartbreak for all the
True.
Liverpool fans.
It'll be a heartbreak for football fans, I feel like, because
I agree.
I would love to see Trent and Alphonso Davies join Madrid, on a free deal and see, because it'll be a good move. But as a fan who's seen like Trent come through the academy, seen his ascent, it'll be sad to see him leaving Liverpool because you see one club mans are a rarity in this game anymore, right? I don't think you can think of anyone.
Like Totti or anyone.
Exactly.
No.
I don't think who is a one club man at this point of time. Trent is the only one who can become it.
Yeah.
So in terms of like in the purest,
Even Haaland at some point, because he just signed the 9-year contract.
but he still played for so many other clubs. So the purest in me wants Trent to stay. But let's see what's gonna happen there.
Okay, now moving on from Liverpool, we talk about another contender, Mikel Arteta's Arsenal. Very interesting season, isn't it?
True. Like if you find corners interesting, sure.
Like they were doing good, then they stumbled, they bottled it as usual, and now they're again on their winning ways. Because they are just 3 or 4 points behind Liverpool.
They're 4 points behind Liverpool now.
points
But Liverpool have a game in hand.
Yeah.
My God, you're so critical about Arsenal, man. Typical Chelsea fan. Oh my God.
I am blue.
Cold power.
It's not weighed anything. and it's in Delhi. We are in Delhi. It's very cold. He's not wearing any.
When you've been seeing cold Palmer for the last 2 years, nothing's cold for you anymore.
Makes sense. Makes sense. So coming back to Arsenal,
Yeah.
your honest opinion about this season, right till now.
It's been pretty average, honestly. Like
Really?
yeah, like their problems that they had the previous seasons, they're still there. They're doing the same kind of things that they were doing the last season as well. They were pushing
Stuff.
Yeah, exactly. They were pushing the leaders, but they never seem a credible threat. At least, I think a year or two back, they actually seemed like they would win the title from City in one of the previous seasons. This
2 point
season,
up.
yeah, this season I never felt like it. Even though the point difference might not be that great between Arsenal and Liverpool at this point, but when you look at both the teams on the field, there's a clear difference over there, right? So, and then the whole corner things, the kind of statements Arteta has been saying in the media,
Arteta has gotten very interesting with his statements.
Yeah.
and then the whole striking situation, all of these problems are still there.
Funniest thing is that last time we discussed the same thing. Striker Lau.
Exactly.
And still same question. Where is the striker?
Yeah.
Striker Lau, bhai.
I mean, how is it that everyone can see it but Arteta?
Yeah. Somehow they managed to get a solution for a while. Like Gabriel Jesus was doing pretty well for Arsenal, but at the same time,
But
I was
even
like-
Jesus did well in 2 games.
I was a bit skeptical about it because
Yeah.
people were hyping him up and they're like, we don't need a striker. Typical Arsenal fans. We don't need a striker. Jesus is good enough.
Exactly.
I think even Kai Havertz had a good run.
He had
in
a
that
decent
particular-
run where
in
he
that
was
particular
scoring, yeah.
striker.
He was missing 5 chances, scoring one.
Scoring one, exactly.
Huh.
So, and all of these cracks were being papered over because Saka was scoring for them.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
And like, even in the previous times when we've talked about Arsenal's business, one of their main priorities was to get a backup for Saka. They still don't have that.
Yeah.
And Saka's again injured. Now he's going to be out till March.
I feel now they do. Nwaneri.
He's also injured now. See, that's where the problem is.
I say it. I say it. I say it. But like when you consider Arsenal from this point on, I'm coming to Upmanu. What do you think? Where do they end up? Do you see them finally clinching the title against all odds?
They won't. They simply won't.
Okay.
It's a clear-cut answer from my side because Liverpool have been brilliant. Okay, they can get close to that level. They can get close to Liverpool, but I personally feel it is the same story for them again, all over again. It's just the different title winners this time, unfortunately. But yeah,
Makes
So do you think, what do you think will spell the end for Arteta at Arsenal?
Oh my God, he's had a very secure job at Arsenal, and he still does.
But he doesn't really have anything to show for it.
I feel if he doesn't win the league this season, he will be given a chance for another season. If next season he still doesn't get that job done, I think he's done.
But what if the league is out of the question as it is? What if he doesn't win anything? Doesn't win, like they're already out of the FA Cup. They're almost on the brink of being eliminated from the League Cup. Premier League is out of the question. Champions League is not realistic,
look,
honestly.
I honestly have a different opinion on this.
Okay.
He might go on for another 3 or 4 years because Arsenal have set those standards where they're like where you didn't expect anything from them, and once Arteta came in, he was like, okay, I'm giving you those runner-up positions and everything. So eventually people started to believe in him, and over the years, I think one thing I've noticed is that they're getting close to that place, and eventually somehow they will win the title.
The Alex Ferguson
Maybe after a
energy.
year, maybe after 2, they will.
Alex Ferguson energy. Give him time, and boom.
I don't think the modern game allows so much of time anymore. He's already been at the club for like 5 to 6 years now. And I feel I don't know, maybe what if Arsenal falls out of the top 4? Because the race for top 4 is intense.
Then it's done. Then I would say yeah.
But I would still say he's going to stay for another season.
Even if he misses out on top 4.
Another season. But I think the next season will be crucial.
Do you?
I feel
At least till January next year, you know.
if he
That's exactly
if
what
he
I was
misses
about
out
to
on
say.
top 4 this season, I feel Arteta's done.
Okay.
Because Arsenal will also need an upheaval in terms of behind the scenes, because Edu is left now. So they would want to bring in a new sporting director. They wouldn't want a manager to be changed within 2-3 months of a sporting director being coming in. And at this point, it seems like they're going to wait till the next season to appoint someone there.
Yeah.
So if Arteta misses out on top 4, maybe they get like a new sporting director and a new manager at the time.
Interesting.
Let's see what happens, I guess.
Yeah.
Now, coming to their rivals, Chelsea.
I wish we were recording this a month earlier, man.
What do you think? I'm coming to you,
It was on
Chelsea.
Cloud9. Seriously.
Halfway season done.
Yeah.
What do you think about the performance?
Last 5 games aside, he's been brilliant.
What happened
But-
in the last 5 games? Okay, fast.
Law of averages, I feel. So, like, the problem Arsenal had with Havertz, we have with Jackson.
Yeah.
Like, he scores goals, but he misses a lot of chances. So, as long as he's scoring and missing chances, it's fine. But if he's not scoring and only missing, that's where you get exposed. I think in the last 5 games, you take out James's free kick against Bournemouth. Palmer's the only one who scored for us in all of these games. Like,
As usual. Same
No.
on Chelsea.
no, the problem was that before these games, we were getting goals from everywhere. So we've not been able to finish off our chances. That's been the case since like Sarri took over.
Yeah.
So old problems creeping in again.
I think in the last 5 games, that has been the only problem for
That-
Chelsea.
Yeah,
Because the midfield seems fine.
the midfield's fine.
Yeah.
The problem is that we didn't have a great defense in the beginning of the season. But as the season grew, Fofana and Colwill, they started understanding each other better, and their partnership grew solid. And as and when we were approaching the festive period, Fofana got injured, and then we did not have an able backup. So that's where the problem was. So now Fofana is out. Tosin, I don't know, he's a great centre back, but I don't think Maresca trusts him as much. So we don't have a great partner for Colwill over there. So we're getting exposed at the back. And because Jackson's missing up chances, Neto's not scoring, Palmer's the only one who's been burdened with creating and scoring, that's where the problem then comes.
I see. So Chelsea at this moment sit at 5th with 37 points, right? At the beginning of the season, did you expect this or did you expect something better or lesser?
Oh no. At the beginning of the season, I was happy with the top 6 finish.
Okay.
I didn't expect anything more than a top 6 finish. We finished 6th with Posh. My thinking was, if Maresca gets us 6, it'll be a win.
Okay.
So, in that aspect, I'm pretty happy. Did not think that the club would be in the top 5. He's done a great job of getting us here. And there's a lot of chatter about, Maresca not doing this and that. The only fault that he's been doing in the last few games is that he's waiting on his substitutions, which is surprising because that's not what he was doing in the first part of the season. So, apart from that, he's been doing well. It's more down to the players that are not really performing. So, I think on the whole, he can do a good job. He can push us for the top 4. It'll suck if we don't get top 4 now.
True. Now, coming to Manchester again, but we are going to talk about Manchester United.
Sorry, we're going to laugh about Manchester.
Yeah.
Okay, if you're going to laugh about Manchester United, I'm already laughing. But the point is, very weird season.
Yeah.
What is happening in Man United?
I used to call Tottenham, used to call Spurs the Robin Hood of the league. Now United are becoming those. They're winning.
Surprising by the
Yeah, they're winning the big ones and losing the small ones. So
This whole transition from Ten Hag to Ruben Amorim, what do you think about that?
of course, it's not gone to plan, and did not think Amorim would have so many problems, because I feel the kind of players that the club had, they were the ones that could have worked in his setup, right? Because they had the kind of players that were comfortable in a back 3. We were even talking about how United should, when Ten Hag was still there.
Yeah.
So the transition has not been great. The performances honestly, apart from the formation change, I don't see a difference between Amorim's United and Ten Hag's United. So, a lot of United fans seem to say that it's more down to the players and that they need players that fit Amorim's system. But let's see, because as of right now, apart from Ahmad and maybe Onana, there's no one who's really performing for it.
I mean, the big players, as we call it. Rashford, Garnacho, Lisandro Martinez, Harry Maguire, Delit. My most surprising was Delit. I thought Delit will do extremely well under Amorim, but he has not.
But I think under Amorim, I think Maguire has been the best defender.
Exactly, that's the surprising part. I thought Delit would perfectly sit
Exactly. And he seems to get rid of Rashford for some reason, which is...
I support that. I support that though, because I don't know. Like I used to like him, but I think for the past 3 seasons, he has not been a very good player.
But
he has been pretty.
I mean, but apart
He
from...
was the one who actually started well for Amorim.
Yeah.
He scored the first.
Yeah.
He scored his debut goal.
What happened after that?
After that,
he was chucked out of the
just got-
lineup.
Yeah, he just got stripped off.
Yeah,
So
because
funny.
attitude issues is one of the first thing that were reported,
I mean-
at least.
But you see, that is only been reported by Amorim. No one else said it.
And
None of the-
manager had said it.
I'm saying none of the other managers had any issues with Rashford. Like when Batshuayi was at Chelsea, right? I would be very surprised initially why Batshuayi was never given chances.
Yeah, that's.
But when you look at, of course, it's Chelsea. You have so many managers there, and you look at every manager that had Batshuayi in his team. Everyone said that he has the talent, but he needs to work in the training. So at the end of the day, you could see that there is something down to the player, right? Because one manager can be wrong, not all of them. But for Rashford, nobody said anything bad about him till Amorim came to the club. So I don't know. I don't think it's due to his attitude issues or something. I just think they just had a falling out.
Personal rivalries, yeah.
For whatever reason.
But do you still think Rashford is a top player, a United level player?
I do. I mean, currently,
We do.
anyone's a United level
level
player.
player.
But
I mean,
Anyone would.
the Man United as we know.
yeah, so Rashford, like apart before Garnacho broke out, Rashford was the only United player I like.
Okay.
And of course, like Rashford should be played up front. He should not be played on the wing. So whenever Rashford's there, he was the one who's playing for the badge.
Yeah.
So I don't know what's going on there, but
Talking about Manchester United level, at this point, even Malacia is a Manchester United level player.
I mean, let's see what happens, I guess, because at this point, they're at a very unpredictable stage, right?
exactly.
Anything can happen. Out of nowhere, Amorim can turn it around, and you can just wake up tomorrow and hear that Amorim has it sacked.
Yeah.
It's that kind of an issue, right?
Yeah.
It's very unpredictable
Do you
at this
think-
point.
where do you think United is going to finish at the end of the season? They're 12th right now.
10th.
10th?
10th.
Do you think
I would love to see them get relegated, but
Okay, if Ahmad,
again.
if Ahmad continues this performances, I think they're gonna go for Conference League maximum.
Oh, that is so way too much of a stretch.
I don't know. They might get to Conference League, but nothing more than that.
honestly, I was coming to that. But I don't see that happening for some reason. I would give it a 12th position for them.
Yeah, I don't think, I can't say the position, but I don't think they're breaking into the top half.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know.
Doesn't seem like it.
Or maybe they'll just make it out. Yeah, somehow.
Maybe, like you said, 10th.
Yeah.
But do you think if, for a brief moment, right, for a day or two, if you find United in the 17th place, I'm not saying they're going to get relegated, but you know, no one else played the game, United is lost, they're in the
We
17th.
will lose our sleep, by the way, if that happens. Just letting you know.
Very true. But do you think that just that sight, that one screenshot, would be enough for Amorim to lose his job?
Definitely.
Even I feel so. Like, even though it might not be his problem, but if you end up in the relegation zone, even for a day,
I feel bad for him, man.
Yeah.
It's very unfortunate for him because
he should.
Ten Hag has already deteriorated the team bad. It has been
They're
bad
just
for them.
10 points
Yeah.
above the relegation zone.
Exactly.
Let's be honest.
I mean, just listen to the statement. Manchester United 10 points above relegation zone. That's crazy.
I swear. It's good that Jim Ratcliffe stopped Sir Ferguson from coming to the club.
Anyway, enough about United. Let's move to Tottenham. What's going on with Tottenham? They exist. Tottenham exist, guys.
They're still in top flight.
Really?
I can't.
For how long?
Okay, I can't say that. Okay,
Still
okay,
considered
I just
top
can't
six,
say
though.
that.
Yeah.
I just can't banter Manchester United or Tottenham anymore.
Yeah.
Because obvious reasons.
Tottenham again, very interesting season. Robin Hood club, as you said, they're taking points on the big clubs at times,
Yeah.
but they're losing the ones that they should win, right?
Exactly.
What's going on there? Upmanyu, I'm going to start with Upmanyu.
Oh, well, I can't say anything about this because my team literally lost to that.
Your team lost
Yeah.
to every team, like
You didn't lose. You got battered
but
at
We
home.
were battered at
by
home.
Tottenham.
Yeah.
Timo
Okay,
Werner.
it is honestly a
I
familiar
think he
sight.
either scored or assisted.
Timo Werner obliterated
Yeah.
Kyle Walker.
Yeah.
Choice of words. I like it.
He looked up the dictionary just for this one.
Ah, I mean, seriously, man, that was a bad game. But anyway, coming back to Tottenham, I personally feel there's something wrong with the relationship between the manager and the players. Because Ange, he has made a few comments. I know he's very frustrated. It is a classic Tottenham thing.
It's the history of the
it is a history
Tottenham.
of Tottenham that managers do get frustrated. But at the same time, if you're literally commenting those things about your players, that we deserve to lose and all those things, I don't know, he made some sort of statement there.
He said
But-
he said if Salah was playing for Tottenham, even he
Yeah,
would struggle.
Exactly. It is just bad. I think that the situation is bad in the training grounds.
Yeah.
And it is just not going well in the locker room because they don't have leading figures. I don't know what's wrong with Son.
I know what can he do on
He's
his
the
own?
only one who's
He's
trying
the
to.
only one.
Yeah, he's the only one who's trying,
But
exactly.
at the same time, can you consider him to be a leading figure for the
Not
locker
really.
room?
He cannot be Harry Kane. He
Yeah.
cannot be the
He
Harry
can't
Kane
be
to
that.
Tottenham.
Yeah.
Let's be honest here.
Yeah, ever since Harry Kane left, I think it's pretty obvious that Tottenham have fallen off bad.
True.
Earlier, we did have that respect for that team, at least above Manchester United. I did. Okay.
Talking about Harry Kane, I want to ask both of you something.
Yeah.
If Harry Kane stayed in this team with Ange, do you see Tottenham doing something better?
Nothing.
No.
No.
Okay, interesting. Straight up, no.
Yeah.
It's beyond repair. Like it's not just one or two people. I mean, even though Ange, I haven't been impressed with him. He's lost the same number of games as Ipswich, and even though like his first season, people said he was great and like he was leading the title charge for a time, but I feel the problem lies beyond the manager and the players. The problem lies at Daniel Levy.
Exactly. I mean, it has been the issue for
Exactly.
few years,
Ever
right?
since he's taken charge of the club, he has again so many managers have come out and spoken against the club,
Yeah.
spoken about how
not just managers, players as well,
Exactly.
previous players.
exactly. So again, you can sack Ange. He might get sacked if they lose
Yeah,
in the
it's
League
coming,
Cup.
I feel.
Yeah.
But it's the same old thing for Tottenham.
Exactly.
because have
You
to
get a
keep
new
the
manager,
management, yeah.
the manager tries to implement certain things, it doesn't work out, gets sacked.
He doesn't get the kind of players that he wants. I don't know. Levy is a miser. He doesn't want to pay. So as long as
Same
Levy's
old
at the
boring
club,
football from Tottenham, I would say, because
True.
I know in some of the games they're exceptional, but at the same time you're just doing it all over again.
exactly.
And if you don't change the management, I'm sorry, you can't
Yeah.
bring that.
I
team
think the
onto
best
pitch.
point, the best thing for Tottenham would be if they were sold to someone. I don't know. Where do you think now Tottenham's going to finish in this season?
I don't see them finishing above 14th or 13th, to be honest. That's the max I will go. And I feel Ange is going to get sacked before the season ends.
Yeah, same. I would say so.
I'll make a bold prediction and I'm going to give them a 9th place finish. Yeah.
How?
I still
Man
believe.
United wait. Man
Yeah,
United finishes 12th.
Yeah.
Tottenham finishes 9th.
I still believe that they're going to have that run of 4.
How?
I don't know. I just have this.
Solanke
feeling.
will score hat-trick in every game or what?
not that. That's not gonna happen. But somehow they'll pull off something.
Yeah.
I still believe in Tottenham because
The same team that couldn't beat Tamsworth in 90 minutes. Okay.
I am still traumatized about the fact that we lost 4.
Yeah,
Come on,
probably.
okay, so
You just want them to do well so that you can say, "Ki, hey, it wasn't that bad of a loss."
Where do you expect Tottenham though? What about you?
I mean, they're definitely not going to be in the top half of the table.
it's just me then.
But yeah, of course. I think I just want to see who's going to finish higher, Spurs or United.
Wow, that's going to be interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to see which of the big six club finishes the lowest.
Talking about the big six, our dark horses, the ones who are in the big six in this season, right? Nottingham Forest. Oh, Faz,
I mean, I have no words to say, man. This is the team that, they created a record last season. They survived with the least amount of points.
damn.
They finished 17th. They had 32 points. No other team has survived with 32 points or lower. And now they're sitting third. They've already crossed that tally.
Yeah.
I mean, what happened to those players? Like Chris Wood. What happened to Chris Wood? I have never seen him play like that.
I swear.
Come on.
He's gunning for the golden boot.
Exactly.
Salah has not scored in or assisted in 3 games the entire season. 2 of them were against Nottingham. What is this? This is insanity.
Exactly.
I don't know what.
I think majority of it has to do with the defensive
True.
tactics that Nuno Espirito Santo has. So
And like
Previously, we know Espirito Santo for his discipline, his balanced discipline on the field, right? And I think no matter what clubs he has managed before, Nottingham players have implemented his plans to the perfection, I believe, which he has not had in previous clubs,
And there was this, I think, a BBC piece that I was reading where they pointed out a very good thing that, how Nottingham has benefited from PSR.
Yeah.
Because clubs now want to sell their academy players even though they don't want to. But they have to sell their academy players. And Nottingham have players from some of the best academies. They have Ilanga from United. They have Callum Hudson-Odoi from Chelsea. They got Morgan Gibbs-White from Wolves.
yeah.
And I think they have 1 or 2 more. So they have a good core of players. They got Elliot Anderson, who Newcastle did not want to sell, but they sold because of PSR.
PSR, yeah.
So they've gotten good players from good academies who are now performing for them. So that has worked out in Nottingham's favour. Of course, Nuno Santo has been doing a great job. We knew he was a good manager. Spurs should have kept on to him. Even Wolves, both of them would be want.
Exactly.
So let's see. I personally feel that it is no longer a question of whether they would qualify for Champions League. I feel they're there. I don't see them dropping off anymore.
Yeah.
And what about you? What do you think?
Kind of same. I think the players have gelled well with each other, and I think the tactics have worked out pretty well for Nuno Espirito Santo. I just can't pronounce his name. I don't know why. But anyway, I think it has been a great season for them. The defense looks great. Milinkovic and Murillo, wow, amazing duo.
True.
Aina is doing amazing. I don't know how.
Aina's also from the Chelsea academy.
Yeah,
Damn.
again. And the attack has been great. Chris Wood, hats off. I think he has revived his career pretty well. And Elanga, Callum Hudson-Odoi, literally the speedsters there.
I'm going to give another name, Murillo.
Mourinho is the Mourinho and
Ola Aina, even Ola Aina.
all of the defense has been amazing. Milinkovic is probably the best signing of the season at this point.
Yeah.
100% true. I mean, he's probably one of the best defenders in the
True.
league at the moment.
So, do you see them finishing at third, second, first, fourth?
We'll come to that.
Okay, we'll come to that later then.
Take your
Yeah,
time.
fine.
Moving on, Newcastle United. Another club who has surprised us a lot. In a way. I mean, we had expected a little that they are Europe worthy, but are they Champions League worthy?
Now they're showing it to be.
Yeah. I mean,
Like
in
they've been on what? They're on a 9-game winning run at this point.
Yeah.
And Isaac and Gordon, they've been killing
I
it.
mean, that's the funny part, right? We talked about Isaac and he was not doing good,
Yeah.
right?
In the beginning.
In the beginning. And suddenly, out of nowhere, he's carrying that team. And you need someone like Isaac to carry your team.
He's scoring and creating.
Exactly, right.
And he has a good partner in crime in Gordon. The other players are chipping in with goals over there. Sometimes Murphy is coming in, Joelinton is coming in. So the team is performing.
Yeah.
You know, they did not have any signings in the entire window.
Yeah.
Right, in
They
the
were
entire
selling
summer window. They didn't sign anyone. And they're still at this position. They're currently sitting 4th in the league.
Yeah.
So Newcastle have been doing a pretty good job this season.
Talking about 4th. There's a whole race going on for the 4th spot, isn't it? Newcastle, Chelsea, Man City, Aston Villa, Bournemouth. 5 clubs are fighting for that 4th spot for Champions League. Whom do you think will finish on this 4th spot?
Chelsea.
Okay. Biasness
Bias
aside.
aside, I feel Chelsea will. They have
No
the
Man
numbers.
City.
Oh, interesting. Interesting. Upmanyu, any comment on this?
I don't have any comments. I'll wait
I mean,
for
Man
my
City will
answer.
play. Man City will play Europe, but
Yeah.
because of course they're getting in some good new players
Man City in Europa.
or conference. You know.
Even conference. How will it feel to play against a Swedish team who doesn't have a logo badge on?
You need
logo?
some tips, we'll give you.
I'll come to that. Okay.
You have to come to that right now. Come on.
Oh, come on, man.
Which one of
Okay.
these teams will finish in the top 4? In 4th.
Biasness aside.
4th, I'm gonna say Chelsea.
You want to say
I'll say Chelsea.
Man City 3rd.
Just wait for my answer, man. Come on. Okay. I'll go with Nottingham, 3rd.
Okay.
2nd, it will be Arsenal, and then
Okay.
Liverpool. Yeah.
Yeah.
No Manchester City. I'll stay
That's
humble.
gonna be my top 4 too.
I'll stay humble for
Yeah.
once, okay? And Manchester City,
As a City fan, you should not speak the words "stay humble."
Yeah, I mean, that's a curse for you
Yeah.
at this point, man.
I have to be humble at the moment, yeah. So, anyways,
Don't
as for
blame
Manchester City,
us, our viewers, anyone if Man City loses the next match. It's on you.
Yeah.
It's on Upmanyu.
You said stay humble.
As for Manchester City, yeah, 5th.
5th, I feel so.
5th, yeah.
As we talked about the 4th spot, right? Now from top 6 to the relegation battle, right? We have Everton, Wolves, Ipswich Town, Leicester, Southampton. Give me the 3 names which you think will relegate.
So Southampton for sure. Then I'll go with Leicester
Okay.
and Wolves.
Okay. What about you?
Southampton have been the worst team in the Premier League history this season.
It's sad
okay,
though, but
Sad.
okay.
It is sad, yeah. But again, Southampton, Leicester, unfortunately, and another unfortunate answer, Ipswich Town.
Come on, man.
That
What do you
hurts. That hurts. But again,
I'm gonna agree with you. Wolves, Leicester, Southampton.
I don't want Ipswich to go down.
yeah.
I just want them to stay.
Even I don't. Even I don't. I hate it, but okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
We all want that.
But okay, I guess that's it for today. We had a lot of fun. After so many months, we have done an episode. Please watch this, like this, subscribe to our channel, and as we did before, please do. Thank you.